Through here now. We have to go through over here. Let's take a look at that. I think it's in the back corner there. Oh, it is. I think we're going to want to drill out from in here. It's right there.
Those two?
Jesus, that's terrifying.
And they're going at a complete angle too. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to drill. This is terrifying. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out.
Measure the wall too.
Yeah, if I go out from in here, I'll go right there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Lord, thunder and Jesus, that's what I'm going to do. For you people on the East Coast, you need to correct me on my swearing. I hate swearing. That's why I'm saying, like, see how close it is to the other wires? I feel way more comfortable going out that way because if I
just way overshoot it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna come out like right about where that zip tie is almost and go straight through, and then that should be really safe.
Well, actually,
since we're not going drywall this time, I think that will be much safer. So I'm just gonna put you back up here. Weird angle. Let's get our big nasty drill bit now. Let's do this.
Hey Sarah, want me to poke a stick through so that you can at least see the path?
If you'd really like to, yes. So I made the choice to come through from this side out that side because of all the cabling in here. It's just safer for me. All right, well, get ready. I'm coming through.
Okay.
Of course, I'd hit a 2x4 straight on. That's. Isn't that always the way? Where would they going without even knowing the way? I'm gonna use my other smaller wood bit first, and then I can put the bigger one through. Oh, these bits are as sharp as butter. Bloody hell. I think I can go up though. How did I hit that? That must be the top of the wall. Hold on, I'm almost there. It looks like if I go a little bit higher, I'll get it through. Or if I go a little bit lower, maybe I'll just do this. Oh, what am I looking at? Bloody hell. I'm gonna have to get a small drill bit. I don't have a sharp big one. Bear with me a moment. Oh no, you can't go wrong with one of these bad boys, I'm telling you. Here we go. Bugger it. Well, that's an interesting development. That hole might be big enough for both.
That's what I was going to say. Hold on tight. I'm going to see. I don't think so.
Okay.
Hey, Sarah, can you push it through? Thank you. Yeah, you're good.
If you put the fiber through first, you can tape the power onto the fiber.
Hold on.
Oh,
Okay, don't pull fast.
mint, dude. Mint.
Okay, pull. Just pull in small pieces. Okay, we're good.
All right, I'm gonna come around now. Do you need more?
No, just see if they come out. Okay, they're the same like that.
Okay. Yay, we're almost done. It's exciting. All right, so now we can start putting in this Velcro, eh? There we go. I hear a fan like that. I think of that band Author and Punisher. He uses a sample that sounds exactly like that.
Should I start splicing ends?
Actually, wait until I get in there because I want to do a little clip of that too. It's pretty good though. Hasn't taken us as long as I was afraid of.
Yeah, it's longer and shorter than I thought. For some reason I was like, oh, you just get it through that conduit outside and then you're good. I was like, oh wait, no.
No, it's never like that.
I mean, like, there's the rest of the cable you gotta run.
In fact,
It's not like we're just putting, it's not like our switches or our scissors, like, that's right there.
just in case you have not yet learned this lesson, typically, if the job looks easy, prepare yourself for a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, look, there's a conduit going through that driveway over to that drive shed. This is going to be easy. No, that conduit has been collapsed for 3 years and it's full of mud. You know, one of the coolest things I've ever done was when we were doing an install, for shits and giggles, we noticed that it was previously an install from cable, so it was coax, that's the CPE, right? And I literally took a piece of Cat 5, taped it onto the end of the coax, and I pulled it through the mud, all the way from one side of the yard to the other. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, that's a 1 in a million shot, and that's incredible. And we looked like such maniacs.
Because all you'd need is like the slightest little kink and then you'd be out of luck. You wouldn't be able to pull it through.
No, but because the ground was wet and muddy, we just
Just loop. Nice.
there's nothing like, oh my god. This is actually a really nice looking job. I think we did. What are you doing today, anyway?
I did with my buddy Liam at some point, but I gotta get some repairs done.
Yes.
I gotta get those too.
And Protect should have some more stuff today.
Oh, okay, because I went there this morning and it was just that stuff.
Yeah, the only reason why I prefer having stuff shipped to Protect is because if you go out and some FedEx comes, they're gonna like take it back to the depot.
They just leave it at my house.
Um,
So far, every single time I've not been home, the only package they've ever made me pay for was my Rift. And that's because it was a signature required. And even most of the ones that get delivered are signature required as well.
you can get a barcode at your place. You can have special instructions that they will be written inside.
I mean, I leave those instructions and never listen to it. Because, like, ideally, it's like just get it in my vestibule.
Yeah.
That would be perfect, but they never do that.
The worst company is UPS. So I did Mitch ordered some beard growth kit. Snake oil.
He wants to grow a beard?
It's totally snake oil. Yeah, he wants to grow beard. So we got the
Rogaine actually works.
I know actually. Terry's a Rogaine dealer.
Really?
Terry's so insecure about his
Rogaine dealer.
Yeah.
Like aftermarket cheap?
No.
Black market stuff?
No, real Rogaine. He's like he's a rep.
But like you can buy it in the grocery store and stuff.
So like yeah, so Mitch ordered this kit and we didn't know when it was gonna show up and I went downstairs to somebody exchange something, I can't remember what it was. Oh my cats. Where John Deere had showed up. So I go down and there's this little box sitting in the lobby leaning against the wall right by the double doors. I'm like, that's when we do that. Look, it's like flat ups. I'm like, you're kidding. And then of course it's UPS. UPS, I'm sure you've heard me fight with them about border crossing. They try to get me to do brokerage with them every time. They're like, oh yeah, if you need to set up a brokerage account. I don't know. I think we're just broke.
They get damaged like mad in the United States as well.
When I was
That
talking,
last one we got was from USPS.
when I talked to Lisa about the order that I did, she was saying, I said, by the way, can we not use UPS? She's like, oh yeah, who do you want to use? I'm like, FedEx. She's like, you know, it's funny that you say that because everybody tells us not to use UPS. So,
There's a reason for that. They're all terrible instructions and stuff.
it's like they try and then they laugh about it. See, that's how you...
This needs to stay where the stick is.
I think the stick is in the plastic bin. Right, well I guess we're just about ready. It's a good thing Black Honey's closed right now. They get a little freaky when the internet goes out, and I don't blame them, it can't go out for them because they're better machines. Alright, let's leave this here for a minute. And we're gonna need the splicing kits. Well, yeah, well the fusion splicer is, yeah. Alright, we're done in here. How does that look? We try to be quiet. You know.
Oh no, just fantastic. I haven't heard that name in years.
Well, you know what? It's a machine, you're learning. And it is important for me to realize that it is still learning, so he's going to be jerking to the listening for that.
You want something that people will look at to learn?
That's true, but this also affects people that are learning. Alright. We need our... There we go. So we need our chem wipes. I keep my chem wipes in a little used marijuana dispensary container. You can get these all over the streets. Pro tip. Some ISO. Cleaner. Strips. And where is my brush? There should be a brush in here.
I saw a paintbrush. I don't think I put it in there. I think the last time I saw it was outside. But I think it was outside on this table.
Okay, so it might actually be in view then. Down view. Are we at the end of the battery now? That sucks. Well, let's see what we can do. Battery's dead, battery's dead. So we go to my smartphone. There we go. So, here's what we should do with duct tape. Put the duct tape under here to catch the cuttings. And then that way if we drop any, it won't go anywhere because this stuff is horrible when you get it in your fingers. It is horrible. I don't know if I can express how freaking horrible it actually is. It is horrible.
Is it like jumping jack in the deserts of Arizona?
Yeah. It's
I never heard anything so miserable until we went on that tour and they were explaining it's why you don't touch the smartwatch. It'll go in, it'll work its way back in, it's your finger, your hand, or
the
whatever.
barbs.
I think it's called jumping jack or something.
Sounds awful.
Now is this just a one strand in this?
Oh no, there's 6 in this one. And then I think I've got my, in here I've got my tails. Some tails right here. Remember, I'm still a rookie at this stuff, so I am no source of authority on what I am about to do. This is simply what I have been taught so far, and I'm only on splice number 104. And that includes all my practices.
So you don't put an actual end on it, you just splice a tail to it like that, and you buy that already
By the
together.
tails, yeah, because we actually don't have, I don't think like this fusion splicer won't do splice on connectors, unfortunately. It's not good enough. It's only a $2,000 one. Right? I can emphasize on that. It's only a $2,000.
How cheap are the ones that do
Splice on connectors. They started about $5,700 to $7,000 for a cheap one. And that's like the industry standard. Everybody uses those guys.
definitely gonna go with that one for the next one.
Yeah, oh, Yeah, this was supposed to be the starter for us to learn on, and by the time that we wore it out, we would get a nice interview or a Fujikara.
That was a job that's just irritating having to have the big thick extra bar floating around.
Yeah, I know. This place on Connect used to be so beautiful. There we go. Alright, so now this is the process here. I'm gonna do the whole backwards half thing now. So first things first, I'm gonna get me a tail, which Dano has so elegantly provided for me. Cut off excess that we don't need. And then I'm going to throw on my splice protector here. She's on that line because I want to hear her say Leon, now my chong. So that makes me feel good. You'll see. Leon, now my chong. Here we go. We're going to get the ice up front. My workspace is falling. Transceivers on here. Alright, so first we have to strip off the jacket. Strip off some jacket here. You getting the Rona?
Oh, I inhaled something in the back of my throat. Like he's a duster here or something.
Oh, I hate that.
Normally I wouldn't care, but this is not the time you want to cough me.
Actually, it's really embarrassing because I've apparently got really bad allergies and they're getting worse. And I feel like when I'm coughing around people, they're like, "You got the Rona?" Because we all think that. It's like, "Oh, you're coughing. Are you a dead man walking?"
The allergies are out starting last night. We slept with the windows open and it was all stuffed up today. And I've been sneezing all day today, so it's just springtime.
We had the windows and all that open because it was such a beautiful night, and all we could smell was dirty fat people.
I live a long way from you. What are you trying to say?
No, we aren't like them. We're talking like they ride scooters because they aren't mobile. And the people who live under me, they're so gross. They're both on disability, which I don't see why their brains both work, so there's no reason why they can't. But, there we go. Essentially when I had the window open, you just smell it, you know, like when you go into a dirty apartment, it smells like moldy dish rag. It has that gross smell to it. We had that smell, and I was just like, for God's sakes, we just got rid of the garbage bags on the balcony above us. To think that we could have, like, just a little bit of peace here, right? But nope. Look at that, eh?
Just like shining.
And because you clean it with isopropyl alcohol, it is a deadly little weapon.
Heating is complete.
No, it's not. Dum-dum. Of course, telecom color code blue first. It's really dry in here. I like that. It's actually air conditioning season now, so all at once, right? Like just instantly, like oh, it's
Air conditioning season year round.
well in here, yeah. If you don't turn the air conditioning on, this room would be boiling in like what 10 minutes.
It doesn't take too long. That's an alarm off for where the operators are. But this is luxury air conditioning. We have big water cooling units in here. You through two of those and like you get 6-7 years out of it.
The water cooled ones don't last.
No, they rot through the water exchanger coil. So then we put a home furnace central air unit in and did that in about 10-11 years after we had repairs. It's only designed around 3 months a year. Only when it's warm outside.
Fibre is moving.
Baby, it's warm
Please
outside.
brake lever left side fibre.
Oh, it's fine, you thing. No, I'm not gonna recleave it.
Please place the fiber in close windshield cover. Fiber is moving. Fiber is moving. Fiber is splicing. Tensile testing. Tensile test done. False. 0.01 dB.
Is that neat?
Please place the fiber in close windshield cover. 预加深已完成。
That's fine.
The best part every time, right? Whatever she says, 你有玩我玩长.
Meeting. Please wait.
So is it lining them up?
This thing doesn't see, if you look inside here, there's 2 electrodes. It actually like uses high voltage to arc. It's a little arc furnace. And these 2 shoes here are on 6 axes. Little gimbals, I guess, right? And they'll actually, there's 2 little cameras here and it lines it up. That's what you're seeing on here is the microscope, right?
So once you clamp those down, it's got them and it's moving those to...
Yeah, 'cause you wouldn't be able to do that by eye.
Well, no.
You used to be able, you know, you should have
Well,
seen it back in the day. They had the big micro, like it was a station this big that you had to take out of cases. It took you like an hour to set it up. Now it's just like this little teeny tiny machine that does it all for you. We're spoiled in this day and age. Isn't this neat?
So I kind of get the $2 grand.
Well, actually, you know what? This is another example of how we get hosed here in Canada. If I had bought this on the .com website, it was $9.99. The conversion rate would put it at $1,300. Why did I spend $2,400 and buy it from the Canadian Amazon store? Because I also bought the extended warranty on it, which I know extended warranties are a rip-off and they never work, but I figured if I'm spending that much money on this, I'm going to buy it from a source that I know has a warranty for the unit.
That's something. How about
It's not a toaster oven.
no. I didn't even do it on our car. We've bought warranties before on new cars. It's so... Well, we had one we bought. Yeah.
Folks.
Bought an extended warranty and it was almost $2,000 for the warranty. This is in 1996. Took the car in repeated times for not starting. And unbeknownst to us, back to the dealership where we got the vehicle. The warranty was a third-party warranty, which they didn't tell us when we sold us. It wasn't a GM warranty. And then they decided that what they were fixing wasn't really covered by warranty, and they wouldn't give us our car back till we paid the...
They extorted you. Where did you buy it?
And that was a company called Leggett's.
Leggett's, but yeah, but where did you get the, what dealership did you go to?
In Toronto, Leggett's is
Oh.
their like Jack McGee's, Chimbo's. This is the Leggett's. Chimbo's.
Scammers.
Yeah.
That's why commission sales, period, is just a cancer on our society. It shouldn't exist. The thing I hated the most about working at PC is like people just assume you're commissioned, and it's like, I don't know. When someone knows you're not commissioned, it's a very different kind of conversation you have. Like, I don't care what you buy. I mean, I'm just going to tell you what I know from my expertise. Whereas the commission people, their incentive is to sell so they make money.
We quite enjoyed, we bought a new Hyundai in September. And we quite enjoyed that experience. We decided, we knew the model we wanted. And it's like, there's 3 flavors of trim level. This one comes with this one comes with this one comes with this. That's price A, price B, price C. You know, dick around, take pretty like it was just, and it was the same from dealer to dealer, and yeah, it was just a good experience so far.
I'd like them to switch to the Tesla model eventually, where you just go to a website, pick the car you want, buy it. There you go, here's your car.
Just means less jobs though. But I know salespeople are usually scumbags.
Like, that's a job I can do without. Commission, sales, staff, like, that's not a good job. That's not a respectable job.
Well, depending on what it is, but the ones that have it set up where you're trying to scam and induce and upsell, that's
Radio Shack.
pretty hard.
I worked at Radio Shack.
if you're just there to help people find what they're looking for, that's a different kettle of fish.
Fibre is moving.
Oops.
左侧卫生棉袄合格的光纤。
What?
Please place the fiber and close windshield cover.
I need to stretch some cable a little bit.
Frank yourself.
Frank myself.
Fiber is moving. Failed to identify qualified fiber. Please reposition after click. Please place the fiber and close windshield
I'm gonna
cover.
hold the other end.
It's okay. Maybe you can get it. It's just, I gotta get close enough in the V group because, I made this a little bit, short.
All the loop.
Fiber is moving. Fiber is focusing. Please reclaim the left side fiber. Please place the fiber and close windshield cover.
Oh, man. This is pain.
A friend of mine that I've known since high school, forever, his dad would always be working on the cottage. Invariably, some renovation, he would cut a 2x4 or something too short. So ever since we've been young, you frank yourself and cut something too short. That's just our inside joke.
Fiber is moving. Fiber is focusing. Fiber is focusing. Fiber is closing. Tensile testing. Tensile tester. False.
0.03 dB.
0.03 dB.
Not perfect. Darn. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how
Please
fast
place
technology
the fiber
changes.
and close windshield cover.
Yeah, soon anybody can be able to do this.
已加深意完成。
I actually did take a course for this, but you know what? I think literally anybody can do this. You just need to have nimble hands and patience.
Heating. Please wait. Fiber is moving.
Yeah, that's not something you should go to a course for. That's something you should watch a YouTube course.
After clean group and fiber.
Like if you're in a situation where your first splice has to work no matter what, sure, maybe go to a course, but like if you have access to it,
So that's those. So now we can turn this machine off. Good night, baby. I'm gonna put you aside, and then comes the next part. Prettying it up. Oh yeah.
I have to put this away because it's still like the cable. How am I gonna do it?
Thank you, sir.
So my thought is put that away so you don't break the machine while you're tripping around.
That's also a good idea.
So you can have some tiny pieces of glass there.
And when you
Do that, you could.
they poke through the duct tape too, so I make sure that I just fold it up and break them and put them in a garbage can. Alright, I've been trying to buy a Sharps container from Shoppers Drug Mart, but they said that I have to get a contract with a company that provides Sharps containers, and I'm like, why?
That's stupid. It's like you get syringes.
I know, I can get syringes, but they said that they cannot set me up with a Sharps container.
Like, okay, I would like a lot of syringes to do some heroin, but I would also like a way of disposing them. Nope, you can only make the mess, you can't clean it up.
Well, I don't know if they sell them anymore. You used to be able to buy needle clippers for your insulin syringes. And they held about 150 or 200 clipped off needles in a safe way you could get it. So you can stick the needle in and clip it, and it captured it inside. I think that'd be 100 pieces of glass down there.
And here's my microscope for looking at the ferrules, which, if you do that while the cable's live, you will be blind permanently. Yes, if there's a big bad label there, because it's infrared light. Like, this thing here is visible intentionally, okay? And even then, looking at that is not great for you, but the infrared laser is strong enough that it will burn your retina, so it'll cut the retinas out of your eyeballs.
Nice.
Oh, that's terrifying, right? Okay, so the longer one is orange. I didn't bring my Sharpie. You don't have a red Sharpie, do you?
Red one?
Yeah.
I do.
Sweet. Thank you.
It's a kind of a big one. Yeah.
Oh, I don't care if it's big or not. I just need to make something red.
Are we done with the vacuum?
Oh, yes. Thank you kindly, sir. Okay, so the longer one is the orange. I'm just gonna mark this the same way that I did with the one outside. We will free the mahi-mahi here. Now we're going to need the soldering iron. Now I find it incredible that ants will attack fiber optics cable. If it's a nuisance to them, it's just like, oh, we're going to build a little colony in here. Yay!
Oh, I got 2 parts.
Okay, cool. There's a little brown case. That's where the rest of it is. Is the rest of the pieces?
Where the pigtails go?
Pigtails? They go in here. Just a second. I coil these little guys up and, yeah, I can look there. I need to order more tails too. I'm getting low. I've got like 4 left. I'll order those from FS because who cares?
We got one we can harvest at my home.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, I had residential DSL before I moved in. Or sorry, residential fiber before I moved in.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll just cut the end on. I don't care. Thanks for the end, Bell.
Yeah, I hate Bell. All the big carriers in Canada know that they've got a monopoly, so they just bone everybody that they can. It's really sad that they get away with that. And everybody's all smiles and everything, smiles and happiness until the deal's done. And then once the deal's done, it's like, oh, sorry, poor Richard. He's not that great, but yeah, I'd like to go up to a 200 meg package. It's like, what do you expect them to say? This isn't like.
Well, if you don't know,
I know.
If I didn't know, I would expect them. Like, why? You don't want me to give you more money a month for more service? But you still
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't any amount of work on their end to make that switch, that would be one thing. It was like, there's a change in billing and then someone puts the switch goes.
It's programming. It's literally a billing portal. You just go to their account and change it to a different package. It's that simple.
How is that too much work?
Unless he literally only has a 100 meg circuit. And they need to move him up to gigabit and it's going to be a full circuit change. And they're like, well, why are you bothering getting 200 megs?
That would make sense.
But they completely ghosted him. They said, sorry, we can't meet your comment, or we can't accommodate your needs, blah, blah, blah. Have a great day. They basically told him, you really sucked out. You're such a horrible company. So I ran out of yellow heat shrink, but whatever. It's a work.
I prefer the heat shrink.
Well, I wanted it yellow on both sides. Got our pretty little, see that looks great.
I'll bring it.
Gosh. Bastard. That would have ruined my day. All that extra work just to make things really, really nice, right? This is wisping, dude, for we are in the wisp industry. Right. We do want to get these leads done though. That'll be the next part of the job.
You want just 10?
Yeah, get the cable all prepped up and that. On the business side, you can do that, because that's one of your specialties, right? We need it.
The ends?
Yeah, we need the cable, the exposed wires about that long. So for being in here. And while you're cutting the DC cable. It's gonna be a nice little tutorial video, I think. Well, not really a tutorial as much as a vlog, I guess. This is definitely more of a vlog. Your favorite? Can you stick your nimble, tiny, skinny arm through this, the left side? There's both. There's one. There's two. Oh, you get it? There you go. Okay, one second. There we go. Okay, you can take it. Take it right through. It's okay if they dangle.
No, it's just this.
Okay, cool. Alright, now I will Velcro that into the rack. Here we go. I'm gonna squeeze by you for a second. And then I'll set up for you and you can
All
do
three
your...
of these, Tim?
Yes, all three of them. So if you want to get the soldering iron and that set up, and then I will record you doing the soldering on that. So we're gonna bring those back there. Grab the last teeny tiny piece of Velcro. If you know it's ever. So what these guys are doing is exactly what we're doing. They'll run a piece of fiber cable, and then they'll run a power cable with it, and then go up to a switch way up at the top of the tower. But that is a double-edged sword, because if something happens to your equipment, you gotta climb.
I don't see the barrel connector.
Oh, please tell me. Okay, so that's prepped, and we now have our transceivers sitting here ready to go. And let's go over to Dano, who's going to do some soldering. I love that there's Bluetooth and it talks to my cell phone and says funny things. Dano, why John? What is that even? This is my fiber optics cable tester. So it's basically just a light meter. So you set it for the spectrum that you're using. So I've got it set for 850 because we're using 850, or 980, or 1300, 1310. That's the full band. It's just a cheapie. But that dials it into what it's expecting. It just makes an adjustment to the brightness.
So that's after you've got the connector. Just the,
You just put your connector.
and then what has to be at the other end to make the reflection there?
The ribbon here. At the other end.
Oh, so that's the actual source.
This is the source, and this is the meter. And there's a couple of ways that you can do it too. You can either zero it, connect it to that like so, or you can zero it and then connect it and see how much power you get off of this. So if you zero it before you put it on the line, you know how much loss you're looking across there. And then there's something even more crazy. An OTDR meter, which I believe is orthogonal time delay. It's something reflectometer or something. Yeah, reflectometer. And the thing's freaking crazy. Depending on how complex they are, you can get one as simple as like it shows you graphs. So you can see along the graph, and it'll show you like distance, and there'll be like spikes wherever there's a splice, or wherever there's like a cross connect or anything like that, right? Or you can get one that maps it for you, and it'll take that interpreted data and actually draw you an actual picture. It'll show you a diagram saying, yep, you're going here, this is your launch box, which is basically a 1,000-meter coil of fiber in a little package like this. And then from there it goes out and goes into another connector, and then it goes like 500 meters, and then 500 meters there's a splice because somebody hit it with a backhoe, and then like 2 kilometers away there's like a patch panel, and it goes through 2 cross connects. Like it'll actually make that into a picture for you. It's incredible how much like light can like do this weird stuff. It's black magic, man. It's sorcery.
Well, I know they can look at the antenna cables on the power using RF and tell you right where there's one of those heliaxes, big 7/8, if they've got a dent in it or too tight a turn or anything, they can see all that. They can't go like kilometers worth, like they can go several hundred feet up the tower. So you can clamp it on down here and tell you, oh, the connector's on.
It goes around the outside. That's it.
I shouldn't say clamp, right? Connected, but from the bottom of the tower, and you say, oh, you're 20 feet up, it's been damaged, or right to the top, or it's the antenna, or
It really is incredible what we can do now, eh? Oh, how's your PF Sensing adventure going? You haven't moved any further, have you?
Oh, you don't have flux here, right?
I only have Flex 4.
Oh, it's all
it's just what's in it.
That's fine. This has flux in it. It's just a full amount of flux.
really should start. I want to get that cookie dough stuff again. I mean, like, I haven't had the luxury of having it, you know, because I don't live in that bourgeois world, right? Did I say that right?
So first with the flux.
That's a good commercial, eh? Thirsty for flux.
Trying to solder without flux is just frustrating. Just from years of not understanding how important flux is for soldering as a youngster, and then finally buying specifically good flux and just being like, oh, soldering is really easy. Literally the only thing that
I learned the hard way, man. I was just like, when I was a kid, I just had whatever my parents gave me, which was just usually solder. But you need to get one of these. Isn't that beautiful soldering iron? With the interchangeable tips in that. Pop them out. Those are T12s, right?
it's this one's not so. Yeah, the T12s.
Yeah, and you get all the different tips for it.
For T15, sorry.
I think I paid, how much did I pay for those? $70 Canadian?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not bad. It's, you know, as sad as it is, those things are far better than our old leather unders.
Yeah, that's nice. It's probably 25 years old.
I had one almost identical, but mine was the leather under.
I burned one of those out at PC. I got one because it was supposed to be the bee's knees. Mind you, in retrospect, it's like $75 for a soldering iron. That's not the bee's knees at all. Because I replaced that one with a $1,500 soldering station at PC.
And then you learned about that.
Well, that didn't exist back then.
Oh, it didn't? Then, yeah, the half those, the one you paid like $1,500 for, you can now get for like, what, like $150, $300 now?
You can get just a station for about $150, $200, but then you'll still need to pay for the handles and tips and all that stuff.
And realistically, none of that really matters, because what matters is the tip, right? That's where. I loved it when how excited you were when you got yours. Like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, they work well.
All right. Yeah. Second.
Nice, or?
Thank you, guys, sir. So this one here, I actually find two lines that you do. We are going to bring this right around like here. Over top. I think. Is blue the one that goes outside? I think blue's the one that goes outside.
Can you light a visual?
Let's check back here. Well, who's all online right now?
Probably not.
Let's let everybody know. There's 6 of them right now. Mitch is still in bed, of course, because he was up until 5 this morning. What a life. Of course, I didn't even go to bed last night. Lay on the couch for a little bit and snuggle with my cat. And I feel like hell. Okay, cool. Alright, so I guess first things first. Actually.
You want me outside so you can coordinate something?
Yes, let's do that actually. That's a good idea because you're also going to need a little precision driver, which I think I put a set of precision drivers in there. You're going to need those to go into the back of the switch because this guy here is for the switch.
Is there a way I could do the inside stuff? Because I don't want to break the crimps on those thick cables. Just looking at them makes me nervous.
Oh no, you won't break those. This is a perfect count. If you were to break one of those, I would be shocked. Let's put it that way.
Well, I broke one of the crimps on my home one.
Was it cracked in plastic?
No, it was one of the outdoor ones. It's just there wasn't any room for a cable to hang. And just back and forth while I was organizing my stuff. Pretty good precision here. How teeny kind are you talking about?
Like terminal. Slotted terminal ones.
Are you sure they're in here?
They're in the big foldy case, foldy thingy.
We'll go outside. So unmount the switch basically?
Get it flopped out first. You should just be able to fold it forward. And then get ready, we'll do the DC first, and we'll do the fiber. And the fiber should go into the first port, the fiber port closest to the Ethernet. And I think you'll need to tell me what color, but we'll be on the phone anyway. Master clean pin. Uh-oh. What's that? Scott? What was that? Was that us?
No. Programming some pagers.
Okay. Outside, you're plugged directly into the switch.
Oh, okay.
It's the router here.
I didn't know how much you had to reset or reback.
No, everything's happy. This is the only thing which I didn't take into consideration was that the breakers are on this nice little DIN rail assembly, right? So it's just like I actually had to like go in the back and pop the thing off. When we negotiated when we first signed up, they told us that's how much it's going to be per month. So if they ever try to, they actually did in the beginning. They're just like, oh yeah, it's $225. I'm like, no, it's not. You guys quoted me $100 a month, roughly.
Well, at least we get a static IP, that's good.
Yeah, but realistically, we should have like more than a static IP. We should have like a /24 or /26.
We also have business access without phone service, which is something we pay $10 a month for.
Yeah, which is a scam, because we're on fiber. These guys are such scumbags.
It is on ours. Well, actually, that doesn't matter though. It's the outside we need to test.
Yeah, dude, look.
Yeah.
She's cruising right now. I think she's doing it. I think we're good. You should be able to log into unms.newleafhighspeed.ca. You should be able to see all of our stuff. It's got rid of ISP technology or unms.newleaf or ISP technology.
Yeah, that was just some of your other accounts.
Yeah, it's just all my other customer accounts, which don't need to be on the internet anyway.
Alright, I'm gonna go close the box.
Alright, give her, yeah. Actually, I'll come outside with you for just a second. And actually what we should do is let's grab a bunch of shit from in here. Let's pack all this up and we'll take this with us out there. And I'll come with you while we do up the box and I'll get a little flip of that.
And just pass DC current and this little plate, heat sink on one side, it would draw, depending on which way you pass the current.
It's a Peltier cooling chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do those.
But he had it in all different, you can make any size you wanted.
He can make any size he wanted.
Yeah, it was